Hello, my name is Natalia Quintana, and the title of my presentation is The Memory Cure, the Psychology for a Healthier Society. So, this topic piqued my interest for a couple of reasons. First off, my husband is a prime candidate for Alzheimer's or dementia because he has a twisted hippocampus. I also came from a family of addicts, and we have all dealt with some heavy and traumatic memories. I love the idea that memory manipulation helps people rewire their brains and deal with trauma. So, the goals of memory manipulation are to weaken traumatic memories, enhance or restore lost memories, or to create false memories accidentally or intentionally. So, there's a couple different things that go along with this, such as PTSD treatment, where scientists can reduce the emotional pain of traumatic memories in soldiers or accident survivors. Other things are like addiction recovery, weakening triggers that lead to relapse, and Alzheimer's research, where they strengthen or reactivate fading memories. And lastly, I thought was interesting was phobias. Scientists are able to reduce the emotional reaction to fears such as spiders or flying. And so that's how this works. There's like four different methods. First is medication such as propranolol, forgive me for the mispronunciation, which is a beta blocker, and it can reduce the emotional intensity of a memory by interfering with how it's reconsolidated in the brain after the recall. Next, we have brain stimulation. Experiments using TMS or DBS show potential for altering how memories are stored or received. Next, we have optogenetics. Scientists can tag specific neurons related to the memory with light sensitive proteins and then activate or deactivate them with light. This has been done to erase or even swap memories between mice, which I thought was pretty interesting. And next is therapy techniques. We have memory reconsolidation therapy, which works by having a person recall a memory while introducing a new emotional context. This can change how the memory feels in the future. So, with everything, there's always a good and bad. So, here we come up with a few ethical concerns. One would be consent. It was brought up that could someone be forced to forget something important, such as a crime that they had witnessed? Another thing is your sense of identity. Our memories form who we are as people. So if you remove the memory, do you change the person? Next, we have inequality. Would only wealthy people be able to erase painful memories or enhance learning? Because this is a pretty costly uh, thing that's going on here. So the claim is memory manipulation, when used ethically and under medical supervision, can positively impact society by helping individuals overcome trauma, anxiety, and certain mental health disorders. The first evidence cue we have here is PTSD treatment, reducing the emotional pain of traumatic memories. So the first thing is science can block adrenaline-related signals, brain signals with this drug, and recalling a traumatic memory can weaken how strongly this memory comes back. Next, studies show that it can lower the body's stress reactions like heart rate and anxiety, and when the memory is recalled. Next, this treatment works by reactivating a traumatic memory and then administering the drug. Then the memory becomes open to change and may be reconsolidated in a less emotionally charged form. So this is more like the drug side of memory manipulation. Next, we have addiction recovery. TMS can stimulate brain regions responsible for craving and decision making, lowering the power of drug triggers. I like this method because it also doesn't include taking drugs in order to rewire your brain. And scientists used optogenetics to locate and deactivate specific neurons that store drug related memories. Turning off these signals in the brain reduces behavioral response to drug cues. So, MRT has the person briefly recall the addiction memory, then immediately puts them through exposure therapy. It changes the original memory, not the reaction to it. So, that's pretty interesting. And next, we have Alzheimer's research. So first, the memory recall and learning techniques can help reactivate memory networks and slow the decline of Alzheimer's by reinforcing neural connections rather than only using medication. Next, a systematic review and meta-analysis found that TMS improved global cognition and memory outcomes in mild cognitive impairment and Alzheimer's patients. One meta-analysis reported an effect size standard mean difference of 0.80 for global cognition. So in psychology and medical research, this is considered very strong evidence that this treatment works. Next is DBS targets memory-related circuits such as the fornix or hippocampal pathways. This is what I thought was interesting for my husband. This method has shown initial improvements in memory or associative learning in Alzheimer's or cognitive decline patients, illustrating potential for reactivating or reinforcing fading memories. Next is phobias. A study found that quickly bringing up a fear memory makes it easier to change. So, in this specific case, a 3-minute spider encounter opened the window where the memory could be rewritten. After the reactivation, the researchers applied continuous theta burst stimulation to the brain 10 minutes later. This aimed to disrupt the reconsolidation process of the fear memory. So, this data revealed that the more intense the brain stimulation was, the more the spider fear went down. Therefore, this method can help change fear memories. So, in all, memory manipulation matters to society because it offers ways to reduce suffering, rebuild identity, and improve quality of life for people affected by trauma, addiction, phobias, and memory loss disorders. Overall, I believe memory manipulation reflects how neuroscience can be used to help people truly heal rather than simply cope. Um, I know that there are some ethical concerns, but these treatments are used, if they're used responsibly and under medical supervision, they hold great potential to help people become the healthiest versions of themselves. So, now that you have watched this, where do you stand? Do you agree with this claim or do you disagree? Do you think it's ethical? Would you possibly look further into this? And if you do, I do have two different slides showing the works cited that if you guys wanted to go visit. So, thank you.